you doing?
Ethan's visa has expired. Your newest son is in the States without a green card, so I'm turning him over to INS.
Correction, you were about to turn me over to INS, but I suspect the old man won't let you.
You're wrong. Take him in. I'll bring him a toothbrush.
Okay, let me guess. These cigars didn't live up to your expectations.
No, the cigars were fine. What I don't like is that you boosted them out of one of Corinthos' warehouses on a suicide mission with Johnny Zaccara. Look, I haven't known you long enough to lose you.
Oh, so your brilliant solution is to get rid of me?
Come on, think about this. If they deport you, by the end of the week you're in Sydney. It's summer down under. All the high rollers are headed for the reef. You go down there, you fleece the pigeons, you work at the casinos and the resorts, get a nice tan, fill your pockets full of money. In a month or so, when we get the visa sorted out, Johnny Zaccara thing is in the past, you come back. What do you say? We're trying to save your life.
This jacket ain't pleather, pal. You owe me $500. The next time I shoot, you won't be looking at paint on your jacket.
Come after me any way you want, any direction you choose. But don't you dare use Michael to do it.
Well, Michael and I were just having a conversation, right, Michael? And I'm surprised, I gotta say, that you'd object after all your big speeches about how welcome I am to take my place in your family. Why would you have a problem with me talking to my brother?
Dad's right. You don't want to go skipping down the yellow brick road with Johnny Zaccara.
You'd be roadkill before you see the outskirts of Oz.
It's touching how much you both care, but still, deportation seems a radical solution.
It's a last resort. But let me catch you up in case you don't know. Johnny Zaccara is reckless. Some cops think he has a death wish.
Is that your opinion?
I wouldn't go that far, but he definitely has a screw or two loose.
Yeah, genetics. Strike again.
If you need proof, just look at the way he's basically taking out an ad in the paper announcing his intentions to go after Sonny.
Hardly a smart or prudent move.
Especially when, all of a sudden, Corinthos warehouses are being targeted left and right. It doesn't take a genius to figure out who's behind it. Jason certainly has. And he knows that you are working with Johnny. And believe me when I tell you, Jason can only be pushed so far until he comes up shooting.
No, see, your whole premise falls apart when you factor in one thing. I'm not working with Johnny. Come on, I'm a con man, okay? I zero in on a mark, figure out how to run the play, hit it, and go. Nice and tidy. I have no intention to get involved in Johnny Z's mission to avenge his sister.
All right. There's only so much we can do. I spoke to Sonny, and he assured me that he won't hold Ethan accountable for anything Zaccara does.
Well, forgive me if I'm not reassured. A lot of people have been under Sonny's protection. They still get hurt. Just ask Michael Corinthos.
Let me see if I get the quote right. If you don't want to kill me, Jason, then don't. You protected Michael, that counts with me, but it's not a free pass. This is how easy it would be for you to die.
That goes both ways, Jason. And my gun doesn't shoot paint.
Why bring Jason into this? You don't even know if this is your kid.
Elizabeth, the odds are that it is. Even if it's Lucky's, he or she will be my niece or nephew, so that's what I'm just...
That doesn't make you financially responsible. I don't need you providing for me and my children.
Why not? Why can't I do that? Why can't I give you, your child, and your boys financial security? I mean, the trust, it's separate from the Cassadine interest. I mean, if that's what you're really worried about...
This is the problem with you and me. I say something, and you don't hear it.
I don't... No, I hear you loud and clear. You're afraid. You are afraid that if you take my money, you'll never get Lucky back. That's what this is about.
I'm going to say something, and I really need you to hear me this time.
I don't know why you think that I don't ever listen to you.
Because my words don't penetrate. You just keep on with your own agenda, and it's not fair, and it's arrogant,
okay,
and it's
fine.
diminishing.
What's on your mind? Go ahead.
I may not be 100% well, but I am not delusional. My life as I knew it ceased to exist the second Lucky found out that I was sleeping with you. I broke his trust. I ruined any chance of having a future with the best man I have ever known. I didn't just hurt his feelings, I took a blowtorch to his heart. I compromised his sobriety. I can't believe he can even stand to look at me right now. But you see, that just proves what a wonderful person he is. He's willing to put aside his own devastation to care at all about what happens to me. And I am so grateful for that. But I have no illusions. Not now. About getting back together with him. Because I know that's dead and I killed it. But this is not an either-or proposition. If not Lucky, then you step in. I need to be by myself. And besides, every time I look at you, all I see is sadness and loss and guilt. It's a pretty rocky foundation for a future, if you ask me.
I'm only trying to ensure the future of this child.
Okay, just stop, please. You and I are done. So save your money, because it's not going to change anything. And as far as the trust fund being separate, as long as the Cassadine has touched it, the money is cursed. I don't want any part of that. Or you.
Okay, I want beluga for an appetizer with all the fixings. I'd like lobster salad. Then I would like chateaubriand for the entree, and then creme brulee for dessert. Oh, and the best champagne we have in the house.
Wow, somebody's going to be very impressed.
Well, that's the plan.
I mean, this trial of Sonny's, it's going to be a trial for everyone. That pun intended. It's got tentacles that are going to reach out and grab a lot of people by the throat, by the heart. And that's you and Jax most of all. I think it's smart that you're taking precautions.
Do we have any of that silver tequila? It's Sonny's favorite.
Whoa. This is all for Sonny?
Yeah, we have lots to discuss.
So stick him in a conference room with some cheese and crackers and call it a day.
Where's the attitude coming from?
It's coming from my mother. She had a hard time suffering stupidity and silence, and I guess she passed that on to me.
Mike, can you leave us alone?
Well, this is about me. I should be able to hear it.
What did I just say?
Look, if you ever want to talk to me, you know where to find me. My door's open.
Go!
Kid's been through hell and back. His mother and I just trying to get him back on track. He doesn't need you to pressure him.
If Michael's under any pressure, it's definitely not coming from me.
Okay, you know what? I'm sure you hear good intentions. I don't think you're here as a cop. It's very difficult to tell. Either way, I believe you don't mean harm to him. But do you understand the damage that you could cause?
Right, because it's always the other people who cause harm. Right, Sonny? It's never you. I mean, you're just this poor, misunderstood guy trying to be a good dad. That's your story and you're sticking to it? Enabled by a whole mess of people dedicated to perpetuating the lie. Well, you know what? Michael's old enough now that he's going to see through the fairy tale and see exactly what it is. And I'm going to help that process along, whether it fits in your plans or not.
Okay, I'm flattered by this onslaught of attention, really. But I've had very little to do with Johnny Z's vendetta against Sonny.
Define very little.
I nicked a grand total of 1 box of Cuban cigars for the paterfamilias, out of pity, because he has so few vices left to indulge in. And I spent a very enjoyable afternoon with the bombshell blonde named Jennifer.
Who happens to work for Bernie Abrams.
Coincidence.
That's bull. You were decoying her for Zakara.
No, I bought her a passion fruit smoothie, which she very much enjoyed. And that's the extent of it.
I'm not buying it.
I'm not working with Johnny Zakara.
Well, that may be or it may not be, but the point is, Johnny is not being subtle or smart about his intentions, and everybody knows you're involved with him.
You're heading down a dangerous path, Ethan.
I'm on my own, okay?
I give up.
Oh, so now you're not going to throw me to the wolves for my own benefit?
I should, but it's your life. You have to take your own risks. But you really should get a green card.
Is this really what we've come to, Jason? Huh? Messages do go both ways. I could have shot you, but I didn't and I won't. So come at me with all the bullets, artillery, paint that you want. I'm not shooting back. I just wish you weren't doing this. What, going after Sonny? After what he did to my sister?
What's it going to take for you to let it go?
Let it go? Really? That's your advice? Let it go? Could you let it go if it was Carly or Emily? Both of us know it, but I'm the only one saying it. Sonny's the guilty party. You're not Michael.
You need to understand that Sonny's tied to everybody that I care about, and he's not going down. I'm not going to let it happen, Johnny. You keep pushing me. I'm going to push back.
This is a mistake.
What's wrong?
I don't know what I was thinking, bringing my beloved non-wife into this surveillance.
Spinelli, no. I'm going to stay by your side the whole night. I even want to spice up your night a little if we have time. I mean, this must be so boring, just hanging around hotel lobbies and corridors, spying on cheating husbands.
This case is anything but boring, which is why I'm nervous about dragging you into the line of fire.
Spinelli, that's so sweet of you to worry, but I don't have to be back at work for at least an hour. I told Fetty management Kate has to review his entire new line, and she's not always very tactful, and Fetty is extremely sensitive.
Okay, I don't think you understand. I'm worried about your physical safety.
Oh, if I can handle Fetty in full diva mode, I can definitely deal with Chef Robert, cheater extraordinaire. I made it rhyme.
I may have been a bit too circumspect in my efforts to not unduly alarm you, but the truth is, the facts of this case have taken a decidedly gruesome turn.
But I thought you said you still needed proof that Chef Robert was a serial killer.
Well, as it happens, 3 women who have been known to have carnal knowledge of the philandering chef have disappeared, according to police reports, without a trace. But thankfully, Jackal's cyber prowess has uncovered several unsettling clues that, coupled with an emerging psychological profile, indicate that Chef Robert is much more than just a cheating spouse.
Hold that thought. Oh. Hi, Kate. Oh, I'm really sorry, but I'm not going to be able to come back into the office and hold Fetty's hand tonight. Something came up. It's literally a matter of life and death.
What you need to do is stay out of what doesn't concern you.
Oh, no, but I am concerned about Michael. The pressure of not telling what happened with Claudia is wrecking him. Don't you see that? Or is he just collateral damage and a bigger service to you?
Why can't you just take yes for an answer? You're getting exactly what you want. I'm standing trial for Claudia's murder, and it's up to your precious justice system to do what they want with me. But Michael just needs to stay out of it.
Michael's the one who saw you kill Claudia. It's the only reason why it'd be so obvious about shutting him up.
He wasn't there. Okay, you want to tell you what happened? I'll tell you what happened. When I killed Claudia, I found the car she had stolen from the hotel, abandoned on the side of the road. And then I saw tracks leading up to a cabin. When I got there, Carly and Claudia were there. Carly had just had her baby. Claudia was stealing the baby. Now, Carly couldn't stop her because it was difficult. Labor, stressful night. So I did what I had to do. Didn't want to. I killed Claudia. Now, at that point, we weren't having, a lot of problems. I mean, but any normal marriage has, right? We could have worked through it. What I did not calculate was my own strength. I hit her. I hit her hard. That part was an accident. Saving Carly and the baby, that was justified. So help me God.
Elizabeth, you ready?
I guess so.
Okay. You have a seat. Why don't we take seats? Just get settled. Take a breath. You seem agitated. Why don't we start with you telling us why?
How much?
Oh, I'm not sure.
From the hangdog looks, I'm guessing it's a bundle.
Oh, that hurts. Your knife wounds deeply. Why would you think every time I want to talk to you it has to do with money?
Let me think, because you married me for my money?
Oh, that's ancient history. Since then, I have fallen crazily, deeply, intensely in love.
Oh, please. What's up?
All right, first, a disclaimer. This is all Luke's idea. I wouldn't have pulled you into it, so don't feel obligated. I've been eluding law enforcement since I was 15.
Don't kid yourself. Immigration is nothing to mess around with.
Immigration?
Lucky was here earlier with a friendly warning.
Friendly if you don't count the part where he almost arrested me.
It turns out that Dodge's visa has expired. Now, the only way for him to get a green card? Well, the quickest way, of course.
Is to find him a wife.
This is something I'm vehemently against.
Well, it wouldn't be real. She would just be a cover. Actually, you would be perfect if you weren't already married to me.
Easily fixed.
What's this? Carly's favorite flowers? Favorite champagne? She set this up, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
I knew it.
You did?
Yeah, she's furious with me, but she wants me back more than to be really mad at me.
Well, that's what I thought at first.
Look, I'm not kidding myself. I know this is not going to be easy. Carly's impulse to protect Sonny's not going to disappear magically overnight. I know that. But the fact that she went to all this trouble to set this up is really a step in the right direction. I'm impressed, really.
So, is everything on track? Just the way you wanted it.
Wow. You look... Wow, I'm at a loss for words.
Thanks. You think Sonny will like it?
Why am I uncomfortable? I mean, aside from the obvious, having to dredge up a lot of stuff I don't want to talk about. I guess when Lucky found out that I was sleeping with Nikolas, I thought the bottom of my world had dropped out. But it seems there's farther to fall. I could lose two people who have been vital in my life. I could lose them forever, and I know that's what I deserve. But
what do you think prompted your affair with Nikolas?
It started out as a prank to make Lucky and Rebecca jealous. That was it. Nikolas showed up at my work and with flowers, and he kissed me out of the blue. And he told me to play along. I saw Lucky with Rebecca, and I got what was going on, so I did. I just went along with it. And then the second time we were at Jake's, and I had been drinking, and we both had been drinking. But when we kissed that night, we both meant it. It should have ended there. I know that. I know that it should have just stopped. I knew it was dangerous and it was stupid. But I just couldn't out myself. It's as if I'm on the outside looking at my life happening to someone else.
I want you to fuel the jet and file a flight plan to Las Vegas, please. Immediately. Yes, as in now. Do you want me to spell it for you?
You can't be serious.
Oh, but I am. If I'm going to have a deadbeat husband, it might as well be a trophy with an adorable foreign accent.
Shame on you, Tracy. That's my son you're talking about.
I know. And you can start throwing the gratitude toward me anytime you like.
In case either of you are interested, I'm a little uncomfortable with all of this.
Gratitude? I should be grateful because you want to divorce me and marry my son?
I don't want to marry your son. I'm being magnanimous.
And you should be uncomfortable. For God's sake, this is your mother.
Would you stop being so melodramatic? I'm his stepmother, and when did you become such a prude?
It's incest.
You know, the more I think about it, the more I'm warming up to this idea.
All right, stop it. Both of you, just stop.
It's a perfect solution, so you're on?
Absolutely, why not?
Fine. We will fly to Vegas. Quickie divorce, quickie marriage, home for cocktails at midnight.
All right, that is enough. You will marry Ethan over my cold, dead body.
Okay.
If Dante had 5 more minutes with Michael, he would have known the whole story about what happened that night.
Oh, that's not good.
Right. And I'm thinking, Michael in town while I'm on trial is asking for trouble. He's too much like his mother. Impulsive, the whole thing. If he gets it in his head that he wants to blow the case wide open, no guard is going to stop him.
Maybe we should get him out of the country.
Exactly. What I want you to do is I want you and Sam to take him to the island until the trial's over.
Okay, what about Carly?
Don't worry about Carly. I'm going to handle Carly. I'm having dinner with her tonight at the Metrocourt.
Reverting back to old patterns, I see. Well, that didn't take very long, did it?
What? Sonny's about to go on trial for murder. Anything could happen. We have sons. We have lots to discuss. I thought we could do it in civilized surroundings. That's all.
Oh, civilized. Well, this just looks a little bit more than civilized to me. I mean, this screams, romance.
Did you talk to the chef about the creme brulee? Because that is Sonny's favorite.
Everything will be just exactly as you asked.
Thank you. I love our staff.
Yeah, if you expected me to be jealous, I'm not, okay?
This may be hard for you to grasp, but, I haven't given you a second thought. Should I have?
Well, I mean, how could you, with your head filled with Sonny's favorite dessert? Just be sure it's what you really want.
It is.
Oh. Okay, then you won't mind if I have a dinner companion tonight myself?
Not at all. Who is it?
Oh, hell no! You two aren't dragging me into any 3-ray train wreck with you. I got enough problems of my own.
I thought this place was just a front, but you actually look like you know what you're doing.
Well, believe it or not, my father knows his way around a car engine. One of the few harmless things he taught me.
Yeah, I don't think Sonny'd be much help in that department. He probably wouldn't want to get oil on his suit. My mother, on the other hand, she was pretty fierce under the hood of a car. But, probably I already know that.
Probably good to leave your mother out of our topics of conversation. Huh?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Still trying to wrap my head around this whole damn thing. Sonny being father and all.
Yeah, one of life's practical jokes. Listen, do you have a minute? I wonder if I could ask you some questions about the aftermath of Claudia's death.
I'm happy to help in any way I can.
You know, when you were coming and going from Sonny's house or dealing with Jason, did you hear anything that put Sonny at the cabin?
No. Wish I had.
How about Michael? Did he ever tell you anything about Claudia's death?
A lot of people were saying a lot of things, Dante. You might want to be more specific.
Okay. Did Michael imply that he had any knowledge about how Claudia died?
Leave Michael alone.
Pack your bags, Sam and I are taking you to the island. I don't want to go to the island. I'm not running away from all this.
Okay, these are your dad's wishes, and you know he wants to keep you safe.
No, he wants to keep me out of Port Charles so that I don't confess to killing Claudia.
And you can't understand that?
Well, maybe I don't want to be the screw-up who needs his dad to stand trial for.
Yeah, that's not what Sonny thinks about you. You know that.
Have you seen Dad around Dante? Even when Dante came here to question me, yeah, Dad jumped all protective, but it's like he sees Dante as equal to him. You know, that's not how he sees me.
And you think confessing Claudia's murder is going to change all that?
Well, at least I can prove that I'll stand up and take responsibility.
Okay, I understand how you feel right now. There's no competition between you and Dante. Okay, we need to get out of the country before everything we've done blows up in our face.
Yeah, that reaction there, you being so adamant about me leaving Michael alone, that just tells me that Michael knows way more than he's saying.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Okay, John, then use your own words.
I wouldn't be telling you anything you don't already know, right? And you've been an eyewitness to all the hell that Michael's been through. So instead of zeroing in on him as a suspect, how about maybe approaching him as a big brother, a role model? He needs it right now. Protect him. Nobody else has.
Look, I'm not having much fun doing this. Okay, that kid, it breaks my heart. The pain he's going through, the confusion, putting himself as this big man in front of Sonny. You know, I mean, that's why I'm trying to pursue this, okay? We got to get Michael out from underneath the influence of Sonny. Away from the lies, away from the violence, away from the miscommunication. That's it. Sonny probably thinks I'm pegging Michael as a witness to Claudia's death, and he's going to try and get him out of the country as soon as he can.
That is the serial killer? He looks so ordinary.
That's what makes it easy for Chef Robert to gain his victim's confidence. I mean, one that looks so harmless could not possibly pose a fatal threat. But any good detective knows that looks can be deceiving.
You can say that again.
It gets worse. Not only does he possess physical characteristics that lull his potential victims into fateful complacency, he has a diabolical mind. He's cunning and clever, so much so that no actual evidence exists of his heinous acts.
Well, our job is to change that, right?
Precisely. We have to be diligent. We have to devote time and effort. Surveillance must be constant. We have to follow Chef Robert's treacherous path, tail he and his dates to restaurants, clubs, hotels. Maxie's fashion expertise could prove most useful.
Really? How?
Well, yeah, you could glean information from the predatory gifts that he showers on his potential victims. I mean, I imagine you could tell a lot from the jewelry a woman prefers, or the accessories she wears.
True.
Right. There may be hidden patterns lurking in such minutiae that we could discern a particular type.
Right, because most serial killers are really just whacking the same woman over and over again.
Very astute observation. So I can depend on my own life.
Spinelli, I will do whatever I can to make sure this creep does not hurt another woman.
I knew I could count on you.
Only always.
You love the 60 boys.
The Beneficent one. Excuse me.
I do not usually cook breakfast, but for you I will make an exception.
Yes, Beneficent one, I assure you that all the instructions were followed to the letter, and the funds have been delivered.
Don't fret. You're not going to lose your meal ticket. We'll still be partners in the Haunted Star. Oh, you know what just occurred to me? As my husband, you'll be a partner as well.
Another family business. How lovely. And I think that you will find that being my father-in-law, I guess that makes Lulu my sister-in-law. Anyway, will be just as lucrative for you as being my husband.
Dodge, take off. I have to have a private conversation with this insane woman.
Right, I'm sure you two have plenty to discuss. So I will see you later, Spanky.
Don't call her that.
This is for Ethan. You want him to stay in the country, don't you?
Absolutely. He just took me by surprise, that's all. I think it's a fine idea.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's all about equitable distribution. So, he gets the green card and a seat at the Quartermain table. You get a strapping young buck beholden to you. But what do I get out of the deal?
What you had in mind?
Oh, I don't know, maybe an allowance, say $40K?
A year? Consider it done.
A month. I'll also want the Lamborghini. I want the 5-room suite in the East Wing, and we'll have to put in a private entrance because I intend to do a lot of entertaining.
You are outrageous.
Them's the terms, babe.
Oh. What the hell? It's for Ethan. Let's go to Vegas.
All right. Okay, all right, you win. I give up. I don't understand this at all. You and I should have killed each other years ago. There's something about this union, though. It's odd. It's brutal at times. But it works for me better than anything I have ever known. So I'm not giving you up for nobody, including my son.
That is the smartest thing you've said in a long time.
If your feelings for Lucky were all good, and your feelings for Nikolas were all bad, then the affair wouldn't have happened. If there's something that you need that you could only get from Nikolas, can you articulate what that was?
I don't mean to disrupt the flow, but if I could contribute something.
Sure.
I've tried to examine my part in all of this, and I think in some ways I kept Elizabeth frozen in time. I never stopped seeing her through the eyes of that kid who fell in love with a brave girl that he helped through a terrible crisis. And I just didn't take into account how much time had passed, how different we were. And then Nikolas came along. I guess he was some sort of escape. Not consciously maybe, but on some level Elizabeth had to know that being with Nikolas would free her from being with me forever.
Excuse me.
Huh? This is unexpected delight. A beautiful woman appears as if from heaven to put, as you say, the moves on Chef Robert.
Oh, no, not quite. I just wanted to tell you what a big fan I am.
Come, I'll show you my pastry pantry.
Oh, no, let go of me.
You like to play out to get. Me too. So, what was the games do you like to play?
Okay, no, back off, you serial killer.
Listen. I have to ask you this. I've been very clear. want. I want this child to be mine. I want to marry Elizabeth, but what is it that you want?
Even if Lucky was right and I did want to end things with him on some subconscious level, I don't anymore. I want him back. I will always want him.
I don't think you're gonna get the answer you expect. I want the same things you want. I want this baby to be yours.
Wow, this is nice.
Hi. Sit.
You look great.
Thanks. You're making yourself crazy. Jack, go home. You don't have to watch this just because Carly wants you to.
I just want to see how this plays out, okay?
You're gonna love this. I've ordered all your favorites.
Good, good. When I looked over there, he was giving me dirty looks like he usually does.
Jax?
Yeah.
He works here. Ignore him.
Well, I got no problem with that.
Good.
Yeah, I'm glad you called because I got something I got to talk to you about.
What's that?
He had a close call with Michael. He almost confessed to Dante.
What?
But don't worry about it. I got home just in time, and I made sure it's not going to happen again.
How'd you make sure it's not gonna happen again?
Jason and Sam are taking Michael out of the country as we speak.
What?
Oh, whatever Sonny just said didn't go over too well.
How dare you make that kind of decision without consulting me
It's
first?
the only solution.
Well, find another solution because you're not taking my son away from his home and his family.
You need to be reasonable right now.
No, don't patronize me, Sonny.
I think we're good to go.
How can you guys babysit me on the island? Aren't you supposed to testify at Dad's trial?
Yeah, once we get you settled, Sam and I are going to come back.
Oh, and by settled, you mean jailers put in place?
I know that you hate this, Michael, but it's for the best. We have to get you out of the country before the cops list you as a potential witness. Jason, it's Dante. I need to talk to you about Michael.